right, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video. It's been a minute since I posted my last one here on my YouTube channel, and I've been very busy doing a lot of things and just going with the team as well. And I'm actually starting to consider actually taking, even from trading, a couple of weeks off because markets have been just totally choppy, and especially since I trade NASDAQ, S&P, US 30, I trade indices. Markets are literally moving sideways right now, and it's very irritating. And sometimes, most of the times right now, market is very, because it's very choppy, is disrespecting a lot of things, and there's a lot of manipulation going on and weird movements. And we are going again through um, earnings earnings report from the stocks. So market is very, very choppy. Today we were able to actually catch a nice trade, which is what I'm going to show you right now. But I'm seriously considering taking a couple of weeks off, just to let this thing pass right now, to be honest. So let me just show you the setup. There was a spot today, and right here you see this actual candle. This is at 8. I normally trade at New York session, so 8 a.m. This is when New York session was opening. And I just literally spotted this actual break. It was actually happening with the New York session. Okay, so New York session literally was swiping London highs right there, and I saw this as a good sign. We had a nice, a nice impulse right here after this correction. Nice impulse, and of course I was seeing a couple of things. I saw, of course, the origin right here that I wanted to pay attention to, and also had this sort of POI right here in this zone, right? So I had these two zones right here, and I always explain this. Be careful when you spot something like this. If you don't see liquidity, you could be the liquidity. So market pushed up, okay? Today we had news as well. We actually had news at 8:30, and I was actually waiting for the news to come out before I actually place any position. So I was watching this POI, but I was more interested at the bottom. Actually, I used the GAN box. Let me go back to the 15-minute. I used the GAN box. This is up to you. This is literally your preference. You can use the GAN box, whatever box you're using. So I was using that one. I went to the 5-minute, and I was literally just waiting for market to do its thing. So I know that right here after the break, the first thing I see is, for sure, we have liquidity below this low. Okay, this is my liquidity. The liquidity I can see. This is why this POI at the moment is not being that attractive, because all I see is an impulse. Okay, I'm not seeing liquidity being formed. Like, I would like to see something like market maybe pulling back, something like that. That's more than enough to me. Okay, maybe seeing liquidity there, to then perhaps wait for the price to pull back, maybe placing already my somewhere here, maybe a buy limit order, so I can actually go with the buy. You know what I mean? So I was just literally waiting. I was waiting, and market has started sort of consolidating. But look at this thing, consolidating on the 5-minute time frame, and then the news came out. This is the actual week. This candle right here is the news. So literally went down, even just right there, barely sweeping everything right there, just with that single candle. At this point, I was getting more and more interested at the bottom right here. I was not placing any position just yet. I didn't have any buy limit order in this zone, okay, which I normally do. I normally place a buy limit order if I'm seeing the liquidity, if I'm seeing everything. Depending on the hour or what's happening on the day, I might actually be placing a position right away, a buy limit order or a sell limit order, whatever the situation is, or maybe at the 50% or at the 100%. So I was literally just waiting. I was waiting a couple more candles. Next candle actually sort of touched. Look at this. Market has started pumping, right? And let me show you what was happening here on the 1 minute, which is the one that actually made me jump in. So I saw the market was going down very strong right here, this one single candle. But look at the body of the candle closed. Let me put it bigger. The body of the candle closed above the zone. Then we had another candle, which this one actually did actual. Let me change the pinpoint. All right. This right here, you see this little wick on this candle. It did touch and retrace. I was seeing a nice reaction already in there. However, I wanted to see a little bit more since I was more interested at the 50% to enter. Market went down a little bit more with this one candle. It was going deeper, and I took my first position, risking a little bit more than 1% in this particular trade right there. And I was waiting for the market to actually come here, see if I can actually get in stronger. I was liking already the reaction I was having with the first candle. So I was just waiting, and I just decided to jump in somewhere. I entered somewhere there. It was somewhere there. And after that, I was just literally waiting for the market to go a little deeper, but it didn't go. After that, boom, the market just continued pushing. I went on with just one position in this case, and market after that literally just did this. So you see, it started actually struggling after it hit the TP. It was just consolidating a lot, but it was consolidating because of this. What time was it? Hold on, let me go back to the actual pointer right here. So 9:30. This candle right here, this is New York Stock Exchange opening. So I'm glad that literally we're almost hitting TP by the time the New York Stock Exchange was actually opening. You know, so this is pretty cool because right here we were already closing the position. You know, by the time the New York Stock Exchange. So this was a beautiful, beautiful trade and a beautiful day. I wish every single day was like this. Was like this. You know, but unfortunately, it's not. Not every single day is it looks this simple. Okay, not every single day is going to be looking like that. But this was a nice 1 to 5 risk to reward. Market after that just continue pushing and pushing. There are several ways you can use, or different things you can use to maybe hold your position for longer. It's up to you. You can maybe use a moving average. I don't know, maybe a 50 moving average or a 20 simple moving average. And as long as the price maintains or stays above the moving average, you can keep holding unless you start seeing now a break of the moving average. It's up to you. But I at this point, when trading order blocks, I literally all I want to hit is that, and that's it. I'm out. I want to call it a day after that. So I hope it makes sense, guys. This was a very simple setup today. It's been a one hell of a month. Like for the last what 3 weeks, it's been very very choppy, and even more. You see, because if we go, this was since the market has started. This push was nice, but then it started like dropping and pushing back up, and then dropping back down, pushing back up, dropping back down. It's very very choppy. But let's say from the moment it reached this high, this was on March 3rd, March 31st. So I think the entire month of April has been like that. It's been just consolidating. Now this push to the upside, it looks like it's telling us, hey, I wanna go up now. Right? We're having maybe a potential trend right here. Let me just clean this. We have a potential channel, basically. Hold on. Not sure why that happened. Well, you get the point. Not sure what's going on with this crazy thing, but this is what's currently happening. We have an actual channel right here. It could be a bullish flag or an H4, on big time frame. So we can perhaps wait for it to start breaking this thing to the upside. But looks like, I mean, at this, it's been a long time since we see a big momentum like this, like it happened right here. But there's a lot of action in this area. We could be falling again, but this has been a very, very strong push so far. Let's see what's going to happen in this area. You see that right here, there is a very big supply. Okay, so market could start reacting somewhere there. It's been strongly bullish today, and that's basically this was our catch. Very little, very small, but in overall, this was definitely a beautiful trade. All right, so I hope it makes sense. Let me know what you think, guys, and let me know what you think about the conditions of the market right now, because definitely it's not to play around with. If you are going through difficult times and you don't see a direction, maybe you're trading currency pairs. Maybe you have the option to trade. I don't trade currency pairs. I mainly trade indices and gold from time to time. Gold has messed me up this week as well, so I'm not gonna lie. And it was a beautiful setup, but still lots of manipulation. Like, let me show you here on gold. What's currently happening. This is struggling a lot at the $2,000 level, right here. So this is a very strong support and resistance, literally. If we go on the daily and on the weekly market, actually, you see this previous highs. This is a very strong supply zone. So it's at a very critical point of where a lot of sellers and buyers want to get in control. A lot of buyers wants to, push this and, aim gold to the record highs, ever, right? And other ones are actually trying to push this thing down to bring it down. It's very overbought and it's touching that supply zone. A lot of sellers are interested. So this is why it's struggling so bad right now to continue crashing. And we're seeing this $2,000 price. It's a very strong resistance, right? Look at the weeks, right? All the struggle right there. It doesn't want to break above. They're not letting it. So let's see what's going to happen anyways in the next couple of days. But I hope it makes sense, guys. Let me know what you think. Please subscribe if you're new on the channel. If you want to learn about more about this SMC, smart money concept, order blocks, I do have actually a free playlist. I'm going to leave here at the corner, right here at the top right corner. I'm going to leave you a couple of playlists in there that you can learn. Actually, you can call it a free course on SMC. And if you want to follow me on Telegram, my free Telegram group, I actually shared this on the free group this morning. Let me actually show you right here. Hold on. Let me pull it up on the screen. Here we go. This is the actual setup. And let me scroll up a little bit so I can show you where I sent it. Basically, what's this one right here? I sent it this morning when the price was just at that point. This was New York session right there, right? Just simply waiting. Had the POI, had the origin, and of course, after sending this thing, because I actually completed the actual entry with the VIP, so I give them a glance of the positions, the potential positions that you could have got into, right? However, I did not tell them where to buy exactly. If you've been following me for a little long, you know that I like to do this type of things because I think this way you actually learn more than just me sending you the actual signal or the actual entry. Okay, so I hope it makes sense. So you go ahead and check it out. You can follow me there. It's for free. And if you really want to be part of the team, you want to become part of the actual Team Profits, you can go on my website, teamprofitsfx.com. I have a discount right now, 30% off on the bundle. You will get my course, mentorship, VIP signal group, and an ebook right now. So you have those 4 things for $126 right now. It's a one-time payment. Remember, you have a 30% discount. The actual price is $180. Now you're getting it for just $126. Again, one-time payment, and you're part of the team forever. You don't have to pay monthly or anything like that. One-time payment. So if you're interested, go check it out. I'll see you guys in the next one. Take it easy.